Hey, I've been getting more and more of these stories and hearing people talking about folks, people here in Western Washington who live in these suburban neighborhoods that are close to forested areas. And it's that time of year where the complaints from people who are surprised that bears come around and get it into their trash cans. And gosh, a lot of people will then call the Department of Fish and Wildlife and want the Department of Fish and Wildlife to do something about it. Well, people can actually take some personal responsibility in things like this and, get a lock-in garbage can. Yeah, it's going to cost you some money, but hey, you chose to live in bear habitat. And take your garbage out, the morning that the garbage man comes. More and more of these complaints are people who, they want to take the garbage out the night before the garbage man comes the next morning. And the garbage cans just sit out along the street. And hey, wildlife, they like to walk on the streets at night. It's easy, it's comfortable, it's wide open, there's trails, and heck, there's all that available food in all those garbage cans in front of all those houses where those people refused to get a lock-in garbage can. Well, hey, if you're one of those people who likes all these suburban neighborhoods with all these nice homes and all this nice new construction and the new apartment buildings and the new townhouses and the new shopping centers, just realize habitat has to be destroyed. Wildlife habitat has to be destroyed for all this new construction. But bear populations, black bear populations, are exploding. And the Department of Fish and Wildlife Commission, they canceled the spring bear hunting season. And the spring bear hunting season, in large part, put pressure on the bears to push them back out into the wild places. Instead of walking around the suburban neighborhoods and getting into people's chickens and knocking over people's garbage cans and, snagging a dog once in a while. So it's that time of year. And it takes, if you're in one of those neighborhoods and you've lived there for a long time, you probably already know how to avoid conflict with black bears. But if you're new to Western Washington and you're new to some of these neighborhoods, complaining about black bears getting into your garbage cans, that's on you. That's on you. There's things that you can be doing about that. And like I say, spend the money. Get a lock-in garbage can. Take your garbage cans out the morning of when the garbage man comes. If you're gonna leave it out overnight when it's dark, that's when the bears are out looking for food. All you're doing is setting them up to have a meal and get into your stuff. And if you're one of the people who calls the Department of Fish and Wildlife and expects them to do something about it, they will. They'll tell you to get a garbage can with a locking lid, and they'll tell you to take your garbage out in the morning right before the garbage man comes, and that it's your responsibility because you chose to live in habitat that bears live in. So share the habitat, and thank you so much for watching the video. And yeah, the inconvenience of bears getting into your garbage can is different from human safety issues. You should call the department if you got a human safety issue. If there's a threat to your life, yeah, that's different. But if it's just something where you're upset because your garbage can's getting knocked over, do something with your garbage. Hey, thanks so much for watching the video. Have a great day. And as always, bears are not furry forest friends. They're wild animals. Stay safe out there.